Before we start this episode, just want to do a quick trigger warning for anyone with emetophobia, as there are mentions of sick and some gagging noises throughout. So if these are your triggers, please do switch off, and we hope you can join us in our next episode. I was just about to find the stories, and it's just the Chinese order from last night. Welcome back to the Dear Diary, what the actual word I can't say because it's get demonetized podcast. So we don't need to introduce ourselves today, so we're going to jump straight into it today. And we asked you guys on Instagram some of your worst first date stories, so we're going to go straight into them, just because why not? So, first one, it's quite long. Right. Forgot I'd agreed to a date with a guy who I'd met on a night out. Met another guy who is now my boyfriend of nearly 2 years. However, the original guy planned the perfect date, but I kept putting him off. But he would not take the hint, so he showed up at my house. Anyway, we went on this date. He gave me the ick in capital letters. So much, I rang my friend crying because of the way he walked. Gave me the ick. The way he walked!
I get that.
I know what you mean. I do. But, right, let me finish. He then drove me home and nearly crashed the car. And I told him he probably won't hear from me again. Got out the car and never thought about it again.
I mean, at least she was honest.
That is a whirlwind. What? So you've had two guys come after you. One of them gave you it because of the way that they walked and then nearly crashed
this was the night
car.
out, man.
Well, I'm guessing so. Wait, well, I agreed to a date with a guy who I'd met on a night out. Met another guy who is now my boyfriend.
Right.
So no, we're talking about the original guy. We're talking about the original guy.
Right, okay.
And he gave you the ick because of the way that he walked.
Yeah, but I understand that. I really do get that.
Was he chewing a toffee as he walked?
What does that mean?
And his bum cheeks.
Like ass is swinging left and right, like your mouth.
Oh, it's like, you say like if like the knees are like real far out and like the legs like the
oh,
feet
like
are
a
real,
bow-legged,
like bow legs, yeah.
Do like a John Wayne.
John Wayne.
Oh, I thought like this.
No, it's bad. I don't think that's that bad of a first date story.
No.
Gave you, but the crash in the car.
But can I just say, the amount of times I get in the car with Louise and she nearly kills me. It's like being on Grand Theft Auto.
But do you know?
Oh, I've nearly killed at least 10 people.
She nearly kills me every time I'm in that frigging car.
Are you dead yet?
No, thank goodness I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm a race car driver.
Race car driver.
I
think I've been in the car with you once, and it was actually quite responsible. Apart from the fact that I had to sit between two children's car seats, and I was like,
you was in Cole's car seat.
She's a dangerous driver.
Oh my days.
No, I'm fine.
Honestly, so funny.
It's so safe.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I don't think that's too bad though.
No, that's not that bad.
That was an easy one to get into.
Yeah, easy one to get
into.
into.
For her for being a responsible adult and sacking him off.
Yeah.
At least she told the truth.
At least you've got a boyfriend of 2 years now. Do you know what I mean? But
good
the crash in the car was a bit far. Right, the next one's quite short, but my date asked me for a lift somewhere, and after the date... my date asked me for a lift somewhere after the date, and I had unknowingly took him to pick up drugs. You were a runner and you didn't even know it.
Do you know what?
It's a plot twist if I've ever heard one.
Virtue 10 active.
Some things are just better off not knowing.
Yeah.
So how did she discover
Yeah, that's
that?
the thing. How did she discover it? Did she just see him like dealing?
Who knows?
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
I mean, did she at least get some of the money from the deal?
Yeah, I know. I would be like...
Petrol money at least.
I'd like a tenner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like a tenner. Although...
PayPal me.
PayPal. Venmo.
Bitcoin as well.
Yeah, literally. Right, we'll move on to the next one because that one's quite short. Right. First date, done the dirty. Then he says, oh my days, I remember reading this when I wrote it down. Don't worry about getting the morning after pill. I want a baby.
What?
I'm not being funny. First of all, it's very rare for men to be prepared for the woman, so I'll give him that.
No.
I'll give him that, but bloody Nora.
Don't worry about getting the morning after pill.
I want a child.
I want a baby. What about her?
Yeah.
She's going to be the one who's doing all the work.
Exactly.
He's literally using her as an egg donor, not even a sperm donor.
Not even a sperm donor, an
She's
egg
just carrier
donor.
bag, literally. She's literally a carrier bag.
I'm joking.
That's why I call someone else a carrier bag.
Oh my god.
That's not my view on women though, because I am a woman.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as a carrier bag.
That is actually
but
tragic.
Some people.
Imagine though, you finish having sex and he just goes, don't worry about getting the pill. I want a child.
That's why Johnnies are invented.
Yeah.
Bag it. Weird.
I hope she was on an implant or a coil or something. I don't know.
that's
Imagine if the
that's
baby
made me
was
feel
ugly.
sick.
It's actually made me feel sick. I don't know what
I'd
to
be
do.
sad
If
if
the baby turned out ugly.
Oh, no.
Horrendous.
This one's worse. Right?
God.
I don't know if you can get much worse than that, but went on a date with a guy I met online, went to a cocktail bar, and he ended up spiking me. Let's just say by the end of the night, I was in hospital.
Oh, I've been spiked before though.
I've been spiked before.
It
Why
was
haven't
horrendous.
I mean,
Oh my
I
days,
don't
please
want
tell
to
you
be
spiking
spiked. I
story.
don't
No,
know
you
why.
don't want to be spiked. I ended up, there's this place in Huddersfield, which not many people know. Don't go to Huddersfield. And it's called the Plaza, and it's literally just like a little walkway through to a bunch of shops, right? But you have to walk through there to get between both clubs.
Yeah.
Every single person in Huddersfield that was on a night out that night will have seen me. I was face down, plastered. Not my fault, can I say? I got spiked. Plastered, face down on the concrete. My dress was probably a bit above my ass. Like, tragic. Spiked out my brains and no one was helping me. I had a friend there, but she was spiked as well, so...
Oh my
bloody
gosh.
hell. I mean,
That's crazy.
I believe that's time to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be that
I didn't clock until the morning, though.
Yeah, but you
We
do.
both
That's
woke
exactly
up
what
at
I
like
was
4
like.
a.m. and I was like,
saying.
why am I in the Plaza in Huddersfield?
You should have called the purple.
Mm.
You should have called
It
the
is, but it
police.
is.
So how
She
did you
should
get
have called the
spiked?
Yeah,
police.
well, I know the person who did it.
Plot twist.
Is it someone I don't like?
It is somebody who Anna doesn't like.
Go on, let's do
Is
a
it
fake
that
So,
name.
yeah, we was wedding guests, and
Got spiked at a wedding?
Mhm.
It's ballsy, that.
Class.
yeah,
Classy
because he
guy.
wanted to get off with somebody else,
What?
which he did.
Is he boyfriend?
Yes,
Okay.
and no.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes, it was an ex. Anyway, I'm just trying to be careful. So, yeah, we was at this wedding of a friend.
Why don't you GDPR his name so I can just confirm? Is it the same name as the relative?
This
of
is
yours?
all
It is the
alleged.
same name.
Little
relative of
twat. I hate this
yeah,
man.
so obviously nobody knew about it. My dad knew because
Yeah.
the policeman brought me back.
Why? I don't even think you.
So you did call the police?
I'm bloody fuming, mate.
So you did call the police?
No, that wasn't called for that.
Oh.
Because anyway, it was an absolute car crash.
Bloody
Like, it
hell.
was horrendous. Anyway, I was spiked. I didn't know until like quite a long time
Yeah.
after. My eyes was rolling into the back of my head. My friend, who I've known for a very, very long time, found me in the toilets, like, because I thought, I feel a bit weird. Like,
Yeah.
So I was like, I forced myself to be sick. I was still drunk. I thought I was just really drunk,
Yeah.
but then apparently my eyes was rolling into the back of my head. Blah 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 blah. I was at this real sketchy pub, and so yeah. Anyway, told me that what was happening outside on the dance floor and stuff like that. So I was like, I got myself up, as you do, and I was like, what the actual.
Yeah.
Anyway, found out, but then I had the police called on myself because I was being aggressive.
Well, yeah, you've been spiked. You're going to be aggressive.
Because obviously what he
Yeah.
was doing with another
Yeah.
female.
Yeah.
And I was being aggressive, so we was walking back. Cause we was walking. We both just left. We was walking. Anyway, he called the police on me. I was being super aggressive. So the police come. And the police officer who comes to the place where we was.
Surprised it was my dad.
No,
It was
It
Grant.
was a guy who we used to go to school with, like a guy in our year group, and he was like, yeah, I can't say his name. Yeah, and he was like, what the? Because I
Yeah.
didn't see him from like
Yeah.
school when I was about 18, 19.
GDPR the surname.
Oh, I can't even think of his surname.
I love how we have to
I
say
know.
GDPR.
Who is?
Just go like that and tell her.
Did he find the Roman coin in primary school? Is it that one?
Yes, that is the one.
I remember him being on the news when he's about 6 because he found a Roman
that was
coin.
the
Roman
one.
coin.
In the field.
Claim to fame.
Anyway, then he was putting cells for the night. Max was putting cells for the night.
Oh.
And then I remember
my.
the policeman dropping me off at my dad's, and my dad like opened the door at like 5 o'clock in the morning. He was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Oh
like,
my days.
and I was just like, "I can't even talk, Dad."
I can't talk, yeah.
It's
It's mad that you don't realise you've been spiked till the morning,
My
yeah.
dad was like, he said, "What have you taken?"
Do you know what I always think though when it comes to spiking? I'm like, one, what drug have they put in it? Two, where have they found this drug?
This was
Because if
ketamine.
it's not ketamine, oh good lord.
You know about ketamine because of horses.
Yeah.
may I clarify?
She like rides
I've
horses
just been
and
putting
stuff.
ketamine.
If I had to spike people, it'd just be paracetamol.
Have you been
That's all I've
spiked?
got.
Did you say
No.
you've been? I find that really hard. Like I thought you.
Why do
I
you
I
think-
thought
just
she
thought
would
you'd
have-
be
yeah.
spiked. Take no offence.
Just because I live a fruitful life to an extent.
Fruitful.
And what I mean by fruitful is not like just because
She's
I'm
a social
experienced.
butterfly.
A social
She's a
butterfly.
social
I just
butterfly.
thought because you've been out quite a lot on nights out, so have I.
I'm ever so sensible.
No, yeah, but you can be sensible and still get spikes.
Yeah, but when I go on nights out, I'm pretending I'm married.
I'm
a
convinced.
wizard.
Oh,
I
did
do
you ever?
magic
Have you
tricks.
ever like made your friend pretend they're dating you or something? Like I had a guy best friend and I used to make him pretend he's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to with my other friend Louise. We used to pretend we were wizards,
Wizards.
and we'd go to people. Come here, watch our magic
Fairly
trick."
Odd Parents.
Oh, to like
Oh,
freak them out so they'd leave you alone.
Yeah, we'd do
Oh,
stuff like
my
that. We used to think it was
days.
hilarious. Obviously,
That is
just us
funny.
two folks
Oh
funny.
my
Oh,
God.
that's funny. Right, we'll move on to this one. Right,
Embarrassing.
someone I know put this in, but I can't say who she is.
GDPR it.
It's
You
really
won't. I don't think
hard.
you'll know what you won't know her, but I
No,
don't think you'll know her actually.
Boring.
You might do, but I can't bother to explain. So she said, I was on a date in Leeds and the boy started quoting Oliver Twist from the film and acting it out with an accent.
We did that last week.
Yeah, you did.
Please, can I have some more?
Yeah, literally. Apparently he was
What?
quoting the film.
I
Like, I'm just visioning him getting up and, like, quoting the film. Like,
Oh no.
what's a song
didn't
from Oliver
even really
Twist?
like
Don't
that
even know.
musical.
I don't like
film
it. It
that
made me feel
much.
sick.
It's just
I
the
love Oliver
pauper.
Twist.
Nah.
It made
I
me
had to
feel
do it in a
sick.
showcase
It's alright.
once.
It's not my
Loved
thing,
it.
But that's giving me the ick. I'd be like, oh my gosh, it's
yeah.
a theatre freak.
Yeah, can you remember all the drama kids like at school and it was like they all used to go and like
You used to do
Hey,
that.
I was a drama kid.
And I was sick. Yeah, I was a drama kid, but I wasn't
She was a drama
weird.
kid.
Oh, I wasn't weird
I
either.
always got the shit parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always got cast as a boy. Every time, even in my year 6 production, we did Bugsy Malone and I was Knuckles, which was the guy who had to crack his knuckles. And I was like, Miss, I can't crack my knuckles. She went, we'll use a sound effect. I was like, all right then,
Bloody sound
cheers.
effect in
You've
year
still
6,
casted
that's
me
a
as a
good
boy.
budget.
That's hilarious.
No, this one's a bit that I can't.
We didn't
Right,
even
I don't
get
know
to the
whether I
answer of that
should.
one.
Yeah, I know, it's just a bit strange.
I would
Yeah,
have
no, I'd
absolutely.
be- I'd
I
be
would have
like, no.
had second-hand embarrassment, first-hand, and third.
Yeah.
I'd have literally just walked away. I'd have just
Yeah.
turned around
I
and
would have
walked
said.
away.
I don't actually know what I'd do though.
absolutely.
Like, how do you look at him?
I'd just be like,
Oh.
I'd have
what are you doing?
Like replied in a
Where does
Cockney
that come
accent
from in
back
your
to
brain?
him.
Like, who think I'm on a date, a first date, and to impress her, I'm gonna sit
Do you know
here
what? I'm going to improv.
and I'm gonna quote Oliver Twist in an accent.
She might love me.
Oliver, Oliver.
I literally don't
Imagine,
even know that.
imagine. Have you not
Are you
watched Oliver
sick?
Twist?
Yeah, yeah. But I
Can
just
I
don't know
have
the bits.
some?
So there's a song, a really famous song from it.
I keep wanting
Oh,
to sing
what
Chim
is
Chimney,
it?
but that's not the
Yeah,
right
That's
one.
Mary Poppins, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, what is it?
I literally don't even know.
Food, glorious food. That's it.
Food,
Glorious
glorious
food.
food.
Imagine.
Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
no.
Oh,
That's weird.
right. I don't know whether to laugh or laugh
Oh, here
or
we
cry at
go.
this. Right. He showed me a shrine in his house that he had for his dead dog. I understand it's sad, but also I just thought you're 30 years old.
Well,
Have you got a shrine for your dead dog?
I doubt. I mean, it's my dog's.
I know, it's
dead
her
dog's
dog.
birthday.
That's what I said. I was like, I don't want to say
Rest in
it.
peace, Marlon.
R.I.P. Marley.
I doubt I have a shrine. He's got his ashes there.
Named after Marley
That's
and
not
May.
weird.
Yeah, but I
But a
don't.
shrine,
No.
a shrine, and you showing it. Can I just say, he's showing her it on their first date.
Do you know what? I could understand a shrine for Rodney because
Oh,
Rodney the dog's an icon. He's well
yeah.
known.
Chris and Anna's family has got a dog that's
yeah.
like
He's
13.
like
14.
He is the equivalent of Pitbull. He's Mr.
He's horrible.
Worldwide.
He is
He's
Mr.
not
Worldwide.
horrible, he's
He's
ugly.
He
the
hates
most
me.
grumpiest
Yeah,
little
he's
thing.
like a cat now.
If he
but
hasn't
it's
known you for at
funny.
least 5
He's
years, he
funny.
doesn't like you.
He always escapes out the house, and we still to this day don't know how he gets out.
Oh, I don't
And
either.
He literally.
But he won't
sit-
move on a walk. But as soon as he
No.
wants to escape, that kid's gone.
Yeah, but he always
Literally.
sits like this as well.
Yeah.
Like he's really
His
tongue out of
tongue
his
hangs
mouth.
out. His
I
tongue
love it.
hangs
I love
out.
that his tongue's out all the time.
Yeah.
He's an
I think
icon.
that's so funny.
But yeah, that's weird.
That is very strange.
That is funny.
This one's long.
Go on.
Are you ready?
Go,
Right,
go,
I'm
go.
very dyslexic, so bear with. Right, he got so drunk that he spent 2.5 hours in his shower throwing up. I then had to carry him to his bed and bring him the bin so he could carry on throwing up, right? At this time, I did not drive and it was 2 a.m. as we'd come back to his and no one was awake that could come pick me up, so I had to stay the night. I also did not want to leave him, so So I messed up in case he choked on his sick. Woke up the next morning and he drove me home and didn't mention it. It was the worst first date I've ever had, but worked out as we've been together for 3 years now and are expecting our first baby. I will never let him live it down.
Yeah, no, but I'm the same with Jake. We had the worst.
Oh yeah, you said you had a bad first date. Please tell me.
It was the worst. So I went to Jake's, a long time ago. It was, anyway, so I went to his, like, we knew each other sort of, like, from school.
Yeah.
And then we used to see him at the gym and stuff, didn't we, as well? So, like,
Fitness queens.
Fitness queens, obviously. So, yeah, the first date we had was I went to his, anyway, we was watching, got some, so he was eating a Subway sandwich from the dinner time.
Oh my days, no.
He spat it on me. Spat it out on me. I was like, what the actual fuck?
Is this
It was
kinky term?
No.
It
was
weird
watching
regurgitating.
Pearl Harbor as well. We put Pearl Harbor on. I was like, what the
Who does
Oh, I
that?
just
I
thought-
can blank it. It's fine. I can
I
blank
was
it.
just like, I was like, well, anyway, so I was like, well, this is great. I was texting on
Oh
her
my
throughout the
days.
full time. And then I was just like, say, spat Subway sandwich on me. I was just like, that is disgusting. Like, I'm so out. I'm so out. And
She apparently does.
I was just like, okay, thanks. And he was like, and he was absolutely hanging,
Yeah.
may I add.
On
And
your first date?
on the
What
first date,
preparation?
so-
Well done, Jake.
He went out the night before. Didn't come in till about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
No.
So he was absolutely hanging. At 9 o'clock, he was like, I'm getting pretty tired. Do you mind leaving? And I was just like, yeah, with pleasure. Like, I'm going. Like, see ya. Like, bye.
See you
So,
later.
like, I didn't speak to him for like a week or 2 weeks. Anyway, got back in touch with me, and then we are 8.5 years later, 2 children.
Is that how long you've been together?
Yeah. We've been
Knees
together-
deep.
Yeah, 2 children, dog, house,
Oh my.
2 houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knees deep in Jake's Subway.
Neat.
Oh, it was disgusting.
That
I
is
didn't speak to him
disgusting.
for like a week and a half after.
I wouldn't speak to him ever again.
I was just
Well, it's
like,
very
this
similar
is
to that
so
girl's
bad.
story.
Yeah.
But
That is
do you
actually
know
mad.
what?
Do you know what? Hats off to these guys that are doing a 360 from throwing up on the first date. Because if Chris had done that, I don't think me and Chris actually did go on a first date. I don't think I've ever been on a first. Oh, tell a lie. I've been on a first date with one person.
Oh, go on.
Go on.
Is this one you told last night?
Yeah. I was, yeah.
Go on.
Well, it wasn't right. So first of all, he picked TGIs for starts.
Hey,
And it turns out he'd taken every single girl he'd ever been on a first date with to TGIs. First, get some class. And it was the
That's a
fact that he'd
problem,
taken every single girl that he dated to TGIs, right? So we go on this first date. First of all, he wasn't even good looking. But they can't all be tens, ladies. That's all I'm saying. But he wasn't even that good looking. He had good chat, right? He also thought that his car was like a Lamborghini.
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh, what was it,
literally, it was a
Corsa?
Scirocco.
Oh,
A Scirocco.
Is that what the...
Grow
is that
up.
what Dad used to have?
Can I just say, I still know him. He's still lovely. He's got a kid now with his wife. He's lovely. He probably won't even watch this, thank goodness. But yeah, and then years later, after this first date that I went out with him, I found out that me and my sister-in-law, it's not Anna's sister, but she's my sister-in-law, goes out with Chris's brother, has dated him as well. So
What?
me and my once removed sister-in-law,
Bloody
whatever, have dated the
serial
same guy.
dater.
Well, he didn't do anything particularly bad, but then he was also like, he wore the same outfit on every date we went on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not joking, the same outfit, same jeans, same belt, same top, every
Shoes,
single,
trainers,
everything was the same.
Yeah,
And I'm
but
like,
look-
do you forget who you go on dates with? Because
Aw.
it turned out he'd been seeing me and my sister-in-law at the same time.
Oh my
But-
god.
And then moved on to another girl
Look
who
at
we both
Simon
didn't
Cowell.
like straight away.
Simon
Yeah.
Cowell wears the same outfit all the time.
I know, slay.
I mean,
Slay Simon Cowell.
Only some people can get away with that, Simon being one of them.
yeah, true.
Oh, I do love Simon Cowell, I'm not going to lie.
Bless
He's my
him.
favourite. Someone just said on my first date, he told me he was a Tory. Don't know if I'd be sharing my political views on my first
Do you
date.
know
No.
what?
Especially if I'm a
The
Tory.
only reason-
Especially if I'm a
In my
Tory.
opinion, you can be a Tory is if you're minted and you're going to marry me and make me minted. Then I'll
If it's
support.
daddy's money, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Do you know
then
what I
I'm
mean?
a Tory. If it's going to
Absolutely.
financially benefit me because you're rich,
Yeah.
then all right, we'll be Tories together.
I will never be a Tory ever in my life.
Lamb
No
back
way.
on.
We can have political
At the
different
end of the day,
views,
who
but if
don't
it's
lead
daddy's
the
money,
race?
hand it
Well,
over.
so-
So be it.
Who, what?
Rishi Sunak, because he gone
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, he resigned.
I know
Yeah,
I've
he's
got
gone.
labour now, but I just don't even know.
We are not turning this podcast
No,
into
we
a
are not,
political
yeah, 'cause I
podcast.
literally fall asleep. I cannot stand it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, nah, boring.
No.
That's that.
Next.
Me.
Oh, yeah, no, next. Right.
That does not need to be
Okay,
brought up
right. We've got 2 more. One of them's fairly long. Right. Took me to a burger chain. Don't know why she said a burger chain.
Five Guys. Or Burger King.
Or Handmade Burger Company.
McDonald's.
Chris, we are
Yeah,
not answering. I am
McDonald's.
filming the podcast.
King of burgers.
But then he didn't eat anything and proceeded to tell me how much exercise I'd have to do to burn it off. To burn off what I was about to eat. We then sat in the car for 40 minutes before he drove me home, listening to his covers of the weekend. Safe to say, there was no second date.
Yeah, good. I don't think I would.
Bloody cover.
Also, can we go back to the fact that he said how much you'd have to do to burn it off?
I would chew my burger up in my mouth, spit it in his face and say,
Yeah, if you're that arsed, take me for a McDonald's salad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If you're that arsed.
Why the hell did you take me to a bloody
Burger chain,
Why did-
and it was definitely Five Guys, which is full of calories.
Why didn't we just go to Morrison Salad Bar?
Yeah. Also, why was it covers of The Weeknd?
Do you know what?
Not
I'm
even like
loving?
Ed Sheeran. Lewis Capaldi.
No.
The Weeknd.
Why has he got? Do you know what would have given me more of a nick if he
Started singing it in
had-
No Chance to Serenade.
No, I would rather
It's already
him
his
serenade
cover.
me.
He's already
Yeah,
singing
but
it.
I would have had more of a nick if it was a CD and he put the CD in.
Stop.
As well.
No.
remember
I had a
them back
work
in the
Push
day.
it
that
in.
did that to me. Who I remember on night shift. She's like literally an icon. My brother Samuel knows exactly who I'm on about. And on a night shift, she'd always go for a cig and she'd be like, Anna, come out with me. She's Portuguese. She's a legend. And we'd go out and she'd be like, Anna, I just love to sing. And I'm like, oh,
is this
no.
the one who did
She's so funny. She's hilarious. Honestly, she should be famous. And then I'm like, oh, that's really nice. I'm so happy for you. And then she's got a CD in her car, in her Vauxhall Corsa, the old one. And she turns her engine on, she puts the CD in, and I'm stood at 2 a.m. in my work tunic, listening to Celine Dion covers.
Celine Dion. What, were they good?
No.
I think karaoke-wise, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Encore, more. But
Yeah.
I would have bought
But-
a CD. I don't know, I'm praying to God
Not-
she don't.
not
It was
X Factor.
definitely like a
It
Butlins
was.
red
Oh
jacket
my
sort of thing.
days.
It was icon. Do you know what? Bloody brilliant.
Oh my
Bless
days.
her.
That is horrendous. Right, we've got one little short one. So, it was my first date ever, and he took me to Costco to buy his nan a birthday present.
On the first date.
Yeah.
That's like a 40th date activity.
Her first date ever. She'd never been on a date before that.
I
Well,
mean,
if you're
I do love
shopping-
Costco.
yeah.
I think
I
Costco on
do.
its own, if you'd been dating for a while, maybe like a 4th date would be okay.
A
first date
at
Costco.
Why are we buying for your nan when I haven't met? And
Yeah.
Why are we going to Costco for a gift, you tramp?
Yeah. I don't
Nah.
know.
What are you doing? Getting
weird.
a multi-pack of butter?
He's literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Mhm.
That is exactly what
Yeah,
he's
that's
doing.
what he's doing.
That's literally. I would be like,
No.
I'm red buzzer
No,
from
it's
me.
not.
Yeah.
Get out. Get off the stage. You're out.
Done.
But yeah,
No, that's weird.
go on, Pop. Have you had any bad dates? Oh, you said yours, didn't you?
I said mine. I mean, I've got one more if you want me to read it.
Go
Oh
on then.
yeah, go on.
It's a fairly long one. I've just checked the Instagram DMs.
Yeah, go on.
And we've got another one, right? I paid for the first date as he wasn't going to be paid until the next week. I spent around £100, right? Is that you?
Mine, yeah,
Is
but
that
it does
you?
sound like me already.
like
He did not offer to pay me back at the end. And sorry, pay me back, full stop. At the end, I booked his Uber home. He then said he would like a second date and told me to keep myself free on Friday at 6 p.m. because he'd booked a table at an Italian restaurant. Friday comes around and he cancels on me at 4 p.m. He then proceeds to ask me to borrow £40. We had only been on one date. I blocked him instantly.
Good.
Why are you asking people for money when you've been on one date?
140 quid, is he having a laugh? 100
Innit?
quid for the first date, an Uber.
Who's spending 100 quid on a first date? I don't think I've ever spent 100 quid on a first. Well, I haven't. Oh, Anna, what's the most you've spent on a first date? Go on.
I don't know,
Wait,
but
which
I'm
one
a
shall we
mug.
pick from?
I am a
There's a
mug.
selection.
I'm too nice. I'm a mug and
There
I
is
need
literally-
a resting.
Go on, Anna.
She
What's the
does.
worst
No,
you've spent on
I
a first
do.
date?
I must have.
You're just very
Come and
kind.
abuse me on my forehead, honestly. I've paid for most of my days. A handful of people have paid, like, I will say that, but I've predominantly paid for everything. And
Really?
it's because I feel like I don't like to expect things from people, but then at the same time, and like, do you know what? It is nice to be made to feel like a princess, and a guy be like, no, you know, like a true gentleman, whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always have to be financial. It can be through like gestures and whatever. However, I'm sure some people may agree with this, but I do think the man should pay for the first date. But if you do multiple activities in one, like spend the day together,
but also
I've always said I would put, example, we go for a meal, let's say, I don't know, just use Nando's, 40 quid there. So let's say I paid for the Nando's. And then we go bowling, then he should pay for the bowling. And then we go for some drinks, and then that should be, I'll buy a drink, you buy a drink. That's, in my opinion, how it should be done. However, you should always offer to pay. Because
that's what I was just going to say.
That you're willing to pay as well.
On the first date, you should even on the first date, you should always say, no, I'll get mine. But
then
I don't think you should expect anything.
No, but this is it, like, I think there's a real skill to it. Like, you know, to not come across like a twat yourself.
I think just offer.
Because I say me and Chris didn't go on a first date. Technically we did. We literally but we already knew each other. Like we've known each other since we were like 13.
It's a bit more difficult, isn't it?
Like it's never been like a first date. And we met over like social media, so it was kind of just like, and we would see each other at like big social events because we're in the same friendship group. So we didn't really go on a first date, but when we actually went on like a date, we'd gone to Nando's. Can I just clarify? I was 16, so cut me a break. I might have been 17 actually. No, they're in. And we'd been seeing each other for a while. We might have been 17 actually. I tell a lie. This was the second time we went out. And we went to Nando's, and Chris at the time, and he will say this, like I'm not exposing him for this, he had no money. He had £30 in his bank account, and he knew that. Like I knew that. We both knew that because he'd been let go from his job because of COVID, and he hadn't started doing what he's doing now. And I said, no, I'll pay for it. Like it's fine. Not that he had a choice because he had £30 in his bank account, but. Like, it doesn't always need to be the guy, but also that's a completely different situation because we'd already been dating each other for a while. I knew he had no money. Like, we had an understanding.
But I just think it falls down to just honesty. Obviously, I don't expect someone to show me their bloody bank account.
No,
but that's different for you guys. But, you know, if I went and just met somebody, we've been chatting and said, let's go on a date, I don't expect somebody to, like, show me their bank account.
No.
I'm not being funny, but you always need to take the element into account that, like, if I knew I was skint and had, like, no money until payday, and they were like, do you want to go for food? Then I'd just say, why don't we just go for, like, a walk in the park or something and grab a Costa and go for a walk, something chill or whatever, Because I think then there's no ridiculous expectations. Like, they should want to wine and dine you just like you should them. But, like, I remember once, I went on, I'm not even classing this as a date, I'm classing this as harassment because I was only young, I was about 18 and I'm an adult legally. It's when I lived in Birmingham for a brief stint and I had this guy, he must have been about 27 or 26 and he
Do you know what she's about to say?
Oh, duh, honestly. I just didn't even know what the F was going on, to be quite honest with you. And he just rocked up. He just was like, where do you live? He's from Wales. And I know on a map it might look close, Birmingham and Wales. Wherever the hell is from in Wales.
How far is it?
I don't know. And then I was sat watching a film. And then, like, there's a knock at the door. Because I gave him the address. Because I was like, no one's going to come from bloody Wales. Thinking he was joking. A knock on the door at, like, bloody midnight. He'd rocked up and
so you thought this guy was joking and he turned up?
Yes, I thought it was a joke. He turned up and I'm like, oh my god.
Hello.
I'm like, so he takes his shoes off. First of all, he didn't even have... Right,
weren't you living with family at this point?
Were you living at Ada's?
I was living at my uncle's.
Oh my days.
And like, I know, like, I don't have socks on now, but I've got sandals on, that's alright. He had Vans on with no socks.
No.
And they were
They're the sweatiest shoes as well.
There was the old school Vans, weren't they?
And they were old in image. Minging, dirty Vans you'd have when you was a teenager.
Especially if you've been driving.
Get rid of them.
No.
They're coming in the bin, Mum.
No. It's like the burgundy Vans, and they always had a hole right near the little toe or the big toe,
And then near the toe. I'm like, great. I was not even attracted to this guy, or like, you know, pictures are deceiving.
Oh.
I mean, he wasn't like catfishing me officially.
What did you even do in that situation? Did he have to stay the night?
No, hell no. So we go into the conservatory, and I'm like, right, I couldn't feel more awkward. How the hell do you ask someone that's just come from Wales?
My uncle's just sat there in the
Bog off.
corner.
No, they were
Oh, he'd
upstairs.
think it's funny though.
Yeah, but they were upstairs, and then I'm watching a film in the conservatory, and then he literally is sat on one sofa. I purposely sat on the other one, the small one, laid on it, so that he couldn't come near me. The little man whore came over to me on the sofa, kissed me, and I'm like, kissing, and I'm kissing like this. Like, don't touch my lips. And then he literally was grinding on my leg with his dirty mini.
dry humping.
Dry
Dry humping her.
Your leg?
My leg.
Yeah.
Can I just say I was fully dressed in like something like this. Dry humping, grinding on my leg. My leg should have reported that to the police.
That was sexual assault.
I thought you'd have a rash.
Well, let's just say
Oh no.
he got very excited and ended up with a bit of a patch on his cream cargo pants.
And then he went home.
And then he went home.
And then he went home.
Because I was like, what just
No,
happened?
this is horrendous.
And then I ended
behaviour.
up stupidly meeting him again because I felt so bad.
No,
Yeah,
Anna.
I felt so bad.
I felt so guilty because
We
he drove
were-
all that way.
I couldn't give less
I know,
of a
I know, but this is my own fault for being nice.
You are overly
So
nice
then
sometimes.
we went. This makes no sense. I'm so nice, or I'm like,
A complete opposite,
I'm,
yeah.
or I'm a gangster. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go to
Yeah.
prison. There's
Yeah.
no chill. There's no
There's
calm
no
in
chill.
between.
There's no chill.
And he literally, I kid you not, was like, let's go for a meal. So we end up going to this like 2-for-1 place, like a bloody pub.
Oh no.
I'm
A
not
pub?
against the 2-for-1. Some of the
I'm
food's
not against
banging,
2-for-1.
But when I'm like,
Wait for the next bit.
then he's like 2-for-1, right? And he's like, oh well, you look really nice today. And I'm like, shut up. In my head, I'm like, shut up. You give me the ick
Oh,
big
thank
time. I'm doing this out of politeness. We go, and then he's
With his
like,
big toe sticking out of his vans,
Yeah.
may I add.
he's like, should we split the bill? It's 2-for-1. 2-for-1. This is probably costing £10. Like,
Drinks included.
And I literally, and I was like, don't worry, I'll get £10. Never
fine.
seen you ever again, you
You
freak.
drove all the way from Wales. It's
Oh
fine.
my days.
Yeah,
I felt like I needed my leg chopping off.
He wanted
Yeah.
to go halves on a
On a
2-for-1. It's literally a 2-for-1.
Oh, it's
You're
not
paying for
even funny
yourself.
how many other bad days I could add to this.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
funny.
I really haven't had
Bloody
that many bad
Wales.
dates. I've not been on that many dates though.
No.
Honestly, I somehow managed
I
to
feel
get
like
them.
it's a different generation. Like we don't go on dates.
Yes, I had another date where I was ultimately catfished. It was not even
Oh,
him in the
no,
pictures.
what
This
is
is when
it?
I was at uni.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't want to hurt his feelings, and I thought maybe he knows he's ugly.
You just stop not wanting to hurt people's feelings.
Can I
Just hurt
just
them.
say, and like, I
It's
mean, I don't
ridiculous.
believe I'm a model or anything, but like, I looked at him like, this is not you. But anyways, of course I go in, risk the chance of getting murdered and kidnapped, because I
As
didn't want
you
to hurt
do.
his feelings.
Which, to be fair,
You should never do.
I always send my location to
she
Louise.
always shares a
Louise
location
always
with
has
me.
my live location, their
Okay.
Instagram,
And
picture of the face, everything.
Literally,
So
this
that
is
she
his contact
knows.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we go into his place stupidly, and he puts on a film. It's the worst film ever. It's not even in bloody English, and neither of us can understand this film. Anyway, it could have been in bloody Russian, Portuguese, Spanish. I don't even know.
Were
what
there
language it
subtitles at
was.
least?
She would literally be fluent in that language.
subtitles. He did that because he thought, oh, we're gonna get hanky panky, gonna get
We're gonna get lucky.
get jiggy.
But
No,
meanwhile,
me.
Anna learned that language.
I was
She
basically
loved that movie.
becoming fluent in the language of the film because I'm like, there's no way you're even coming near me. And then he was
this
like,
is a really good bit.
yeah. And then he's like, should we get some food? And I'm like, oh no, I'm really enjoying this film. I don't even know what the hell I was watching. And then he's like, oh, can I have a kiss? And I literally stood up. And
Wait, he said, "Can I have a kiss?"
at least he was polite enough. And then
Yeah,
I
at
went,
least he asked.
I'm ever so sorry. I can't
I'm
kiss
ever
you.
so sorry.
It's against my religion. And I got up and left. Block. Call the police.
It's against my religion. I am so finished. Who does that?
At least the apps.
Oh,
I've only ever pulled out the
no.
religion card once.
Yeah, fair
And
dues.
thank goodness it was them.
Saves for special
I mean,
occasions.
oh my days. You should use that, guys. That is a really good one, actually. You can't
Yeah,
argue
safe
it.
against your religion.
It's
It's a
my
protected
religion.
characteristic, I believe, in the Equality Act.
Why do you know that?
You
Oh my days. Right. That's pretty much everything for the worst first date stories. I think Anna tops it all with chuffing hers.
It's not even a proud thing to have,
Oh
you know.
dear. Oh dear. So we asked you guys for some embarrassing stories. These are quite long. Like, look,
Okay.
they're long.
That's bloody massive.
So, like I said earlier, I'm dyslexic, so bear with me. Right. We'll go straight into these. These are your embarrassing stories. By the way, after each episode, usually like a day or two after we post on our Instagram stories asking you guys for these stories. So keep an eye out after this goes live because we'll be asking for the next episode.
Yeah.
So
Keep them coming in.
keep them coming in. So first one, embarrassing stories, right? Me and my boyfriend went to go do our weekly food shop. I was in a rush leaving the house. This is important to remember.
Okay.
So we walked into Asda, 20-minute walk. We walked to Asda, 20-minute walk. Did our shop, then popped into town. We was in town an hour. Sorry, she worded it a bit weird. We popped into my granddad's on the way back. It was only then when my granddad told me I had two completely different trainers on, and it was literally so obvious. But my boyfriend didn't even tell me. That's
typical,
really not that bad.
That's a typical boyfriend thing.
I really thought she was gonna have like shit on her trousers.
I thought she was gonna have no trousers on.
Or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still embarrassing, but
it is. But I feel like we've
It's
all
not that
picked
bad.
up the wrong shoes sometimes.
Yeah.
I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
although if you literally had like a blue and a pink shoe on, then maybe. But I don't know who owns a blue and a pink
these
shoe.
days you could say fashion.
Yeah.
Is my passion.
Literally.
I don't think that was that bad.
Yeah, I would be embarrassed.
No.
This next one is long though. Oh, it starts quite good. Right, okay. We'll move on because that one wasn't too great. So, this one. So, I was not blessed in the chest department. Okay.
Snap.
Neither was I. I went and got fake ones.
If anybody wants to gifted me.
Yeah,
Gifted.
set up a GoFundMe.
Start to have GoFundMe
Well,
for
Hey, I'm all
Louise's
for
tits.
tax as well, so
We
it's
both
all
need some
gifted.
plump titties, please.
Right, here we go. Right, I was not blessed in the chest department as a result of my mum. Girl, I feel you. My mum of all people bought me chicken fillets. Do you know the
Yeah.
thingies?
Very familiar with
The little
chicken
like
fillets.
bra insert things, right? That's what she says. That's what everyone seems to call them. The clear bra inserts. Me and my boyfriend had been on a night out and I got disgracefully drunk. Oh gosh. I do not remember leaving the bar or getting to his house. All I know is that I threw myself in the downstairs toilet as soon as I got through the door. A few days pass and I get home from work. I open the door to my mother-in-law with tears in her eyes. Unbeknownst to me, one of my chicken fillet things had slipped out of my top and gone on the floor in the downstairs toilet, and the dog had been carrying it around. At the time, my mother-in-law was doing house viewings. Oh no, as the house is up for sale. Someone viewing the house had took the fillet out of the dog's mouth thinking it was a toy. Upon quick realisation, she panicked and threw it, in which time it exploded and bits of gel went all over the house. Not the best thing to walk into after work. The woman was still at the house viewing at this point. Oh, that is jam-packed. That was a good one. Oh my life. First of all, I thought it was just going to be embarrassing because the mother-in-law had found
Well, that's
it.
what I thought, but yeah. But it's a jelly
Oh
everywhere.
my. It's the dog carrying it round for me. And the woman, oh no. Imagine, she grabs it, chucks it, gel everywhere in front of this woman who's viewing the house.
Oh.
That is tragic. That is actually tragic, right?
Do you know what? I'd rather touch that there than something that's been in someone's pants. Like, cause
Yeah, it's only been on a
touched the
boob. It's only been on a
Yeah.
boob.
Yeah, it's not
Oh my life.
life.
I've
just
never
trying to find
used any of
silver
them
lining.
thingies.
Huh?
I've never known anyone use any of them chicken fillet
Oh,
thingies.
me and Emily.
Have
all
you
day,
used
every day,
them?
we used to use chicken fillets, yeah. I
Really?
feel like they were bigger back in the day.
There was like
I
when we
used to
was
have no
younger,
boobs though, and I
yeah.
never used them.
No,
Yeah,
I think
when
it
we
was
was
like
younger.
more so like
Oh,
I think
really?
It was like 2000s, wasn't it? Like
yeah. Yeah, I would probably say.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
used
good old
them.
chicken
Never even
fillet.
seen
Got
them.
about 10 in your brow, a couple of socks. Got cake
Real
price.
does it? I remember people
Yeah, got
Have you ever
cake
stuffed your
price
bra?
food.
Yeah, people used to
I
roll
don't
up
know.
socks and put them in the bras.
I don't think I used to, but you just put them under there to like,
Just sort of
To,
put 'em under,
like, a push-up.
you like get them girls in.
Oh my days. Honestly, best thing I did was get a boob job, just saying.
I really
I'm
want
not
one.
I really
endorsing
want one.
plastic surgery or
I don't
telling you
care.
to get it.
I don't care. Do it if you want one.
Yeah, if you want one,
some
do
banging
it.
tits,
If you want one,
get
do
them
it, but I'm not
done.
telling you need to do it. But
Get
if
them
you want one, do it.
girls done.
Best
Yeah,
thing
do
I
it.
did.
Absolutely.
Best thing I did.
Or if you want OnlyFans and you want some couple of quid, get
I
them.
mean, then why not?
Yeah, I always
Just
get
think of the dollar.
questions. Yeah, I always get questions as well about whether breastfeeding affected it. It made my boobs better. I think it made him look more natural.
Did it back the bones back?
Yeah, obviously, because
Apparently
usually
they've
they
got
like
something to
sag,
bounce
don't
back
they?
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
but they've
there's
actually
Why
got
did you
something
look
to
at me
bounce
when you
back
said
to.
sag?
Because
Alright.
we've had this. Because we've had this conversation.
No, you said
You
sag
just
and
outed
she
yourself.
got me.
You just outed yourself saying you got saggy tits.
Yeah, I do. All right. All right, I do.
No one said you had saggy
Nobody
tits.
said anything. I was just
I will
listening to you.
punch you in your boobs.
I've got an answer.
Anna doesn't
I'm gonna
have
punch
saggy
you in your
tits.
heartbeat.
Anna doesn't have saggy tits. Oh my days.
Do you
Right.
remember when we used to do that at school? We used to, like, instead of saying hello to each other, we used to like literally punch each other in the
I
boob.
still punch my mum in a boob.
Your mum's punched me in the boob before.
I know, but it's so
I've punched her in the
painful.
boob.
Don't
It's so
do it.
painful.
Don't do
it.
I could tell you so
Don't
many
do it.
things that me and my mother-in-law, your mum, have done to each other, and
I
it's just not a
always- I
normal
literally will go up to
mother-in-law,
my mum.
daughter-in-law
I
relationship. It's
literally
really not
go
normal.
up to my mum and she'll have clothes on. I'd just like to point out, and I'll literally go bang bang to both of the boobs.
Oh,
and
I've seen you
walk
do
off.
it. I've
I
seen you
love
do
doing
it.
I'll
Honestly.
go, hey Charlotte, bam, walk right off.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's
Oh
traumatic.
dear. Right. Do you want to go on to the next one?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. go
Right. I was once at school and I was drinking a strawberry milkshake. My mate made a joke. I started laughing. The strawberry milkshake squirted out of my nose. For the rest of the day, all I could smell was mouldy milk.
Oh, I thought you meant that she was squirting milk out of her nose for the full day. Then I was like, that's impressive. I'd
No.
hate that smell up my
But
nose,
imagine
though.
smelling mouldy milk for the rest of the day.
Oh, that's
I would have to
disgusting.
squirt a water bottle up my nose.
Oh,
It
I'd
would
literally.
I'd die.
Yeah.
Does
I'd
everybody
die.
ever remember that? Oh, everyone had a weird kid at school that could squirt milk out their eyes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
song? Why? I think he was called Matt.
Apparently it burns though.
Well, I can imagine. I don't know how.
Primary
but he,
school or
no,
upper?
upper school, secondary school. He used to squirt milk out of his eye, and I never
I
noticed
never
how
knew.
it was done. Yeah,
Mm.
Skater boy Max. He used to have that hairstyle where,
Literally. Yeah. Literally.
with my massive flickhead Charlotte. Whoa, whoa. My
you mean.
Fallout Boy hairstyle. My Pete Wentz or whatever it's
Did
called.
you two ever have the emo fringe?
I
Yes.
did.
Did
She
you?
had the best
I remember my sister
She
having the
used to
emo
have
fringe.
one from like the bottom of her earlobe straight across.
You did?
Oh, she had a really bad
I
one.
remember my sister having it.
She
And she used to
looked
put
like she was
eyeliner on her bottom
receding.
waterline.
Yeah.
You used to do what
Yeah.
old men do, where they're receding, except she'd bring it right across.
Yeah, and you all took selfies like
And
up
then,
here.
Yeah, and then she'd clip it here.
I bet 95% of that
I
fringe
only
wasn't
had a-
even fringe. I bet
only
it was
had a
just
micro
hair.
fringe. Not as in like a small emo fringe.
Yeah, but it was like I went into like proper emo phase.
My
It was
sister
brilliant.
had I vividly remember having it. It was like a full-on swoosh.
She used to get clipping hair colours
Oh,
as
it
well.
was-
Oh, my sister had them, but I once stole one when I was in primary school and put it in my little drum with the little book bags that look like this. I
Yeah,
still
yeah,
have them now. And I stole one, put it in there, and I'd gone into the toilets. I think I was literally in like year 3, by the way. So this is
Oh my
quite
gosh.
ballsy. And it was a bright blonde one, and I clipped it in my hair, and I went, yeah, I've dyed my hair.
I've just dyed my hair.
Just after like first
I was
lesson,
like,
I've
just
dyed my
saying,
hair.
she was like, Poppy, take that out.
And literally, my mum worked at the primary school. She saw me and she went, Poppy, take it out now. I was like, all right, Karen.
Get that, and she
Whatever.
really is
All
called
right.
Karen.
She's not. Her
Karen.
name's Karen, but
Chris.
Chris,
Karen on
Chris,
purpose.
no, it's actually horrendous. Let me tell this story really quick. Oh my days. Chris calls my mum Karen to wind her up, right?
Yeah.
Because we all know what a Karen is. My mum can be a bit of a Karen. She can. A bit, quite a lot. And Chris winds her up and calls her Karen, like I said, right? So he has always called her Karen in front of you, in front of Chris's mum. We go to the baby shower. And Chris's mum is calling my mum Karen. My mum doesn't think to correct her. My mum just goes along with it. And I went, Mum, just tell Charlotte, like, it's fine. She's like, no, I feel bad. And I'm like, you do know this is Chris's fault? She's like, yeah. I know.
That is
I came home,
that's
told Chris, and he was
typical
like,
Christian.
"Oh, that's bad." I was like, "Yeah," and then I told your mum, and your mum was like, "Oh, I feel awful." I was like, "It's
That is
fine.
so
My mum's
funny.
too
That is
nice to say
hilarious.
anything."
Nah, your
Like,
mum's chill.
oh, she is, but honestly, she was like,
That's funny.
I was like, the whole time I was like, I swear she's calling my mum Karen. But I was like, no, I won't say anything because people
Yeah, I was
mistake my
gonna
mum's
say,
name all the
I'm
time.
pretty sure I called
Karen's
mum
not a real
Karen.
name. Gran, if you're watching,
Hey,
why'd you
Hey,
call my
my
mum
aunt-
Karen?
It's called
My auntie's
Karen.
called Karen.
Shut up, I've never met another Karen in my life.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a real name though, it isn't.
It's just posh Karen.
It's you literally
Posh
that's what my
Karen,
grandma used
yeah.
to say. It's just a posh Karen.
Yeah, but how's it spelt?
Karen.
My mum's spelt Kairon. It's literally Karen.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
know
that-
what though?
yeah.
I've got an auntie called Patricia, Auntie Pat, and and my grandma, Patricia. Patricia.
Oh, we love Granny Birmingham.
Patricia.
Oh.
Bless her.
Patricia.
Rest peacefully, Granny Birmingham.
Granny,
Oh,
Granny Bian.
Granny Bling. Bless her.
Literally.
Love Granny Bling. Right, should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, get one.
Yeah.
It's quite long.
Get
It's fairly long. Right.
Okay.
Again, apologies, I'm not very good at reading. I was on a holiday with my cousin. We got drunk one night. That's where it all starts, when I was mixing wine with vodka, orange, and the sun. First hurdle, you've really
Sun
failed.
drunkenness is
Sun
always
drunkenness and
horrendous.
mixing alcohol, wine and vodka, you've stumbled at the first hurdle. Right. Oh, I'm awful for mixing alcohol, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but do you know what? You're in it for the moment.
Oh, yeah. Right. Let me carry on. I already don't deal with alcohol the best. We'll let it go. But this time was another level. I laid in bed because I was tired and the room was spinning. Before I knew it, I was trying to say, I'm going to be sick. But before I could finish my sentence, I threw up on the hotel room floor, on myself, and started running to the bathroom while still throwing up. While vomiting, I slipped on my own sick. Bearing in mind, I'm stark bollock naked,
Oh my gosh.
landing on my back and hitting my head. I then tried to stumble to the toilet while crawling to be sick again. I got in a cold bath while my cousin was crying of laughter, trying to make sure I don't drown myself in the bath. The following morning, I woke up with an awful hangover, with the stench of sick filling the room. Oh, I also found a massive cockroach in my sick.
Oh no.
I then...
What, did she digest that?
I don't
she eat
know.
it?
I
I hope
no.
it crawled into it throughout the night.
Oh, I then at 8:30
Died.
the following morning was trying to wipe sick, trying not to gag and throw up, while my cousin was again crying with laughter. We then attempted breakfast and barely spoke to each other that morning. The silence was loud of what happened the night before. Why are you two laughing as something similar happened?
We got
Very
sorry.
similar.
Have
Oh.
we? Right,
You
so-
absolutely are
Right.
not telling all of it. You are not. I will fight you. I will. Some stuff has to be taken to the grave and I will kill you. I will.
When you die, it's coming
Do
for
I
your
know
funeral.
this?
No,
No.
nobody knows this.
No, people know a PG version of this story.
Yeah,
and I
nobody
don't
knows.
Okay,
even
do the
think-
PG.
No,
Yeah.
we can't.
No, right, we can't. So we
We'll do how
we
how,
very rarely go on nights out. We've probably been on one in our full year of
Oh,
friendship. Yeah,
Yeah.
an official proper night out, and we
That's
went
weird.
to Leeds.
we went to Leeds,
And I left the hotel booking to Louise, which I'm never doing again, because we got to this hotel in Leeds called the Queen something.
Everybody goes to the Queen's. I was like, people was like, oh yeah, it's real nice, real nice.
We-
The one in town?
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
in
one,
Queen
like near the
Leeds.
train station.
Oh, right, yeah, I know
Yeah,
which one you're
so
on
we
about.
go there. We go to this room and we're like, well, it's alright.
alright, it's
We
a bit
can
shit,
deal
like,
with it. We're getting ready to go for food and whatever. And my foot has just come out of a pot from when I broke it.
Right, yeah.
And
That's
then-
another story.
Yeah, that's a wild story in itself. And then I'm like having to wear trainers and whatever on the night out because my foot is still like too fresh. It's hurting. So we get ready. We go out.
We'll go to where was it?
We went to Tattoo.
Ooh,
Chef's
love
Kiss
Tattoo.
restaurant. But
Yeah.
as we're walking out our hotel door, we've got 2 police officers outside another bedroom door.
2 doors away from ours.
Yeah, and I'm like, well done, Louise. Look where you.
I was
put."
like, it's probably a special bit.
So I literally asked them, and I'm like, should I be concerned that you're sat
Special
outside,
victim.
literally next door to our bedroom?
Yeah.
Should I be worried about this? He said, this doesn't look right. And he's like, no, everything's fine. And I'm like, are you going to be here all night?
Yeah.
I said, I don't know what state basically we're coming back in.
We do apologise
Yeah.
in advance.
So we are like, oh, do you know what? Whatever. So we're going to do a bit of shopping. And we go for some food, beautiful food at Tattoo, and then we're drinking a bottle of wine and whatever, and then we like go back to freshen up to go for a night out.
Yeah.
However, a little bit tipsy from this meal, and I'm like,
we both had a gin
Louise,
as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, Louise, I
And
really
a wine,
want.
bottle of wine.
Yeah, and I'm like, I really want this perfume. I've had my eyes on it all year.
Yeah.
Can't find a dupe of it, and of course they've brought loads of bloody
Dupes
of
out
it
now.
And it was Baccarat Rouge.
I knew you were going to say Baccarat
Beautiful.
Rouge.
So I go into John Lewis, buy it for 250
Flipping heck,
quid.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
But
We
this
get
was
a
for
treat
my
like the royal
birthday
treat
and
for
Christmas.
Christmas.
It was my treat.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You worked hard, didn't you, from it?
Yeah.
I
like,
love
yeah.
perfumes. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
my
know,
thing.
you love
it. I've got
perfume.
about 50. And anyways, so we go back, freshen up. I've like paid this eye-watering amount for this perfume.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait. Honestly, I could have looked like Shrek on a night out, and the amount of men I was pulling because of this perfume,
It was
honestly, it was
hilarious.
wild. It was so funny. So done our makeup, haven't we?
Yeah.
We go out, get completely shit-faced.
Yeah.
To a whole nother level. We're gonna skip right past some of that.
Okay,
which
that's
is
fine.
terrible.
That's fine.
Mental, and I'm like, no, let's.
You
stay
wanted to
out.
say something.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You never.
I will not say it. I will
Never.
not say it.
And we basically, I'm blathered, and Louise has been the sensible one, and is like, oh, we're going to have to go back. So
Yeah.
we go back, and I'm like, no, let's stay out.
I'm
No,
like,
no.
mate, I've got a chat. Bearing in mind, I had Cole
Yeah.
to look after
Yeah.
the next day.
Mm.
The next day.
Oh,
So
no.
she was like, I was like, right, come on, we'll have a few shots.
Yeah.
Be fine. Have a few shots. Went into another bar. Okay, right, was having a few drinks, whatever.
It was a lot.
She went to the bar. Right, so she was actually coming back with a drink. I was just talking to this other guy, right? So we were just chatting. Anyway, whatever. And she come back and
I think I must have got
She-
about 16 shots of
she got
vodka.
16
Flavoured
no,
vodka.
it
For
was-
two of you?
No, it wasn't vodka. It was tequila.
Tequila?
It was
I don't know what I got.
For two of you?
Yes, 16.
No wonder you've
I
not
don't
been
know, I
on a
think
night
it was
out
16
together.
was it?
There was
It was
tequila, there was vodka.
flavoured
There was
vodka.
no, it was sambuca.
Never, ever, 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 ever do shots of Sambuca. I lost a boyfriend over a night after
love
shots of Sambuca.
I love them. Anyway, yeah, it was flaming sambucas. So she comes back with a tray of 16 flaming sambucas.
I don't know who my bank account and I thought I was at.
And
I know.
this
200
guy
pound of
was
Baccarat
like-
Rouge, 16 shots of Sambuca.
Do you know what? We had a real good night. We
It
just
sounds
went straight after, stand in the middle. It was like, I'll get some,
Fairs.
whatever.
It was, yeah.
So she come back with these tray of 16 flipping flaming
Everything.
sambucas.
Oh, my
blah, blah, blah,
days.
blah, blah. This guy was like, she was like,
I kept telling
me,
everybody it was
me
my
and you.
birthday.
She was saying to everybody, it's my birthday
It
today.
was
I'm always like,
technically.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
I was like, but anyway, so yeah, so she was like, me and you were going to do this. I was like,
Oh, God.
there is no way. Anyway, we did them.
Mm-hmm.
We did them.
All
She's-
of them.
She starts going, I'm like,
Oh.
shush. Get it from you now, we are not wasting these.
Shush. Quiet.
So anyway, so we did that, blah, 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 blah. After that, we was like, right, we need to like just chill out a little bit. So we decided to walk back.
Yeah.
Anyways, we
We
didn't
got-
know where we was. So and then she saw her friend at this other club.
What?
I have to say this to my grave. There's no way this can ever come out, whatever. And I'm making it sound like a non-disclosure agreement.
Anyway, I can't. Right, come.
But yeah, so anyways, fast forward. They wouldn't even let us get in a bar because I was that shit-faced and blathered. So we have to go back to the hotel, don't we? We get back to the hotel, the bobbies are still sat outside this room, and luckily we'd pre-apologised.
Pre-apologise.
And we get in.
We're trying to pretend to try to be like so sober, but
Yeah,
we're really,
yeah.
really.
The police
wasn't.
can't tell you off for
We
being
literally,
drunk.
so we get back
didn't drink that much, officer, I promise.
Get back
Officer.
into the hotel room. I pass out midway on the toilet. I don't even know how long I was on this
So then
toilet.
she starts to be sick, and I'm like, oh no.
No, she heard me. I don't even know
I
how
was
long
like,
I was passed
I don't
out
get
on
what
this
could be so
toilet.
bad about this night that it can never be let out.
No, there's a bit we've really missed.
Oh,
Because
okay,
we should
okay.
discuss it.
Okay,
we
okay.
cannot-
That's
But,
fine.
yeah, so she's like, Anna, are you alright? Because what brought me out of this, like, being passed out was me throwing up on myself. So I'm sat on the toilet still peeing. And, like, I don't know how long. All I know is I basically was grafted to the toilet seat. The sink's there, so I'm sat like this.
It wasn't in the sink.
She, and I'm
I was
throwing up all this like meal from tattoo. I don't even know, like bloody leaves everywhere, fancy stuff. And then she comes in and it's like,
I know where you were getting, because I can't stand sick.
She
the
can't.
sight of sick.
So she's bearing in mind, I'm telling the toilet throwing up like this. She's throwing up.
You're
over
nowhere
me.
near your mic. I'm just saying you got all the way this way.
Throwing up this way. She's throwing up over me. She throws up all in the bath, all on the floor. I've thrown up because then she's throwing up. So I'm throwing up projectile everywhere. It was so bad.
We drag ourselves to the bed, which was a double bed.
Somehow
at
managed
least
to
you got
get
double
to
bed.
sleep. We've got all our makeup on. Fast forward to the morning. How we woke up, I don't know.
I woke up first, and I was just like, what is this smell? What is this smell?
Like a wall
happened?
I have these green glary eyeshadow on everywhere.
Why have green glary eyeshadow on?
It was
pigment.
Oh,
It was
okay,
nice.
okay.
And then I'm like, I can't even face to shower because I'll think I'll pass out. I'll die.
Bearing in mind, right? She was still asleep. Hang on. She was still asleep at this point, right? I went into
shower bit.
I am.
I wasn't waiting for this.
No.
Go on.
No, it was before that anyway. So I woke up and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I've done it again.
It's fine.
And I was just like, I walked around, I was like very, very, very nauseous still. And I looked like in the bathroom and I was just like, oh my gosh. Good Lord. Literally.
Did you clean it?
I had the towels, right? I had to use hand wash on the floor to clean it off the floor.
No,
So I was like,
I would have quit. I know you were hungover, but I would have popped out, got some cleaning products, save us round the corner.
I think I had alcohol poisoning for about
I think we
4
both did.
days.
So I cleaned it up with the towels, and then I thought, right, I need to get a shower.
Oh my
But
days.
the bath was blocked.
With all of our
She woke
This is
up, and I was in the
disgusting.
shower. There was sick water around
She
my legs.
was in the shower, showering with sick.
No.
I was getting.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Then I had to get out, wash my legs because I was just like, I need to just wash like this everything away.
No.
And then we went down, didn't we, for breakfast, and we were just
We
sat there.
paid for this. I think like 20 quid each.
Yeah.
I couldn't even stomach a piece of toast.
We both just sat there with dry toast, and I was like,
I've got whatever trousers or whatever I had on the night before, pajama top.
No.
My hair matted.
At
everywhere.
breakfast.
My makeup, yeah.
You
I've
didn't
got
do
heels
anything.
on because
I had
just
wet hair
couldn't
as well.
Find anything, even though like I
You
went
brought
out in
stuff,
trade,
yeah.
I for some reason bought heels. So for breakfast, instead
It's
of putting my trainers on, I
ridiculous.
put my heels on.
we both had heels to go down.
And
Our hairs, and my hair
it
was
was bad.
dripping.
You
wet
must have been the
everyone was
talk
looking
of
at
that
us, yeah.
breakfast.
So
Oh
we-
my
I saw
Jake's
days.
cousin's
Yeah,
girlfriend there as
we-
well the night before.
We
Just
literally fast forward from the breakfast, we're like, meant to be in Leeds. I'm like, we can't do this, we just got to get the train
just
home.
need to go home.
So fast forward, I'm spewing my guts up everywhere. Jake picks us up from Brough train station. I've got to be in the bloody church nativity that day.
Shut up.
I'm hanging out my ass, sat
I had a 2-year-old.
sat as a shepherd on the church stage with a tea towel on my head. Because I was asked if I would help be a shepherd. So I'm with all these children.
In the
and honestly,
local church
yeah,
nativity.
sat as a shepherd on the stage with a tea towel on my head.
No.
Dying.
No.
And I was at Jake's cousin's baby shower.
I'm
I saw his
You
cousin's
really
girlfriend.
picked the days, didn't you?
Oh, it was
we've
horrendous.
never done a night out since.
I wouldn't. I think. I think. I think for the sake of our society, you two need to never go on a night out ever again.
No, we're getting our next
Dangerous.
one done, so we're taking you, Poppy.
Good Lord. I've not drank since like way before I had Maddox. Like way before.
Yeah.
I've not been drunk since my 19th birthday.
You know?
No.
That was wild.
That was mental. That is a story for another day, my 19th birthday, because that was actually batshit
Wasn't that
crazy.
in
I tell a lie. I tell a lie.
I
Yes,
finished my shift.
yes, and I was like, Louise! And I was off my nut. I was crazy. I tell a lie. I was fairly tipsy on one night when we went to Mexico, but apart from that, I've not really been drunk.
Yeah.
No. Right. I've got another embarrassing story after that absolute monstrosity of whatever that was.
That was our embarrassing
And that
story.
was our PG version.
I know.
That was
you
extremely PG.
You need to tell me what actually happened. And she's like, no. Okay. Right. Okay. This girl says, I was on holiday and I was wearing a bikini cover-up, went to pull it off to sunbathe. It got caught on my bikini without realising, ended up flashing people at the pool. One man made dead eye contact with me and was grinning at me before I realised what I'd done.
Oh, that's...
What was that?
I'm laughing because I know who it is.
You know who that is?
Person, yeah.
Oh no! Yeah,
I
you
know
do
her,
remember you
I
said
know
the
her.
name.
So
Oh
that's
my
why it's
days!
funny.
No.
Oh, do you know what? At
no,
least she
no.
made his day. That was his
Absolutely.
make-a-wish thing.
No.
She's made a man very happy.
He could have died. We could have had an heart attack. Who knows?
My days.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I think
that
I'd
is
just pack
funny.
my bags and go home from my
Yeah.
holiday. I'll move hotel.
I'd just be like, do you know what? I'm done. I'm going around to the other pool.
Yeah.
See ya.
The bottom half.
Yeah, the
that's-
Fandango was out.
Oh, bless
The
her.
Lady Guard and the Muff.
Yeah. The lady guard and the
Imagine
mug.
if that was eye level.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
the
no,
growler.
No.
The growler.
The
Bloody
growler. Oh my days.
growler.
Oh my days. This one's horrendous. I could actually. This makes me want to die.
Go on.
My ex asked if I wanted to use his mum's dildo during sex. His mum's.
Ew.
Why does he know?
First
his
of all,
mum's
why do you know
got
your mum's got one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Second of all, abso-friggin-lutely not.
Do you know what? Talk about recycling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh,
Talk about
no.
recycling.
Do you know
It's
what
disgusting.
the
Hull
fact
City
that
Council will be
he's
proud of your
asked-
recycling.
The fact that he's asked that, I bet he's been using that.
I bet
Yeah.
with other people.
Oh.
And this kid is how STIs are spread. I'm not saying his mum's got one, but
Oh,
Who knows?
No.
now,
knows?
who knows? Bloody Carol with chlamydia.
Carol with chlamydia.
And Gina were gonna.
Oh my gosh.
What,
Now she's
Jonah?
going to have to go to bloody
Oh.
Conifer House, get that sorted.
Oh,
He's just set off a right story. Can you imagine that?
No, that's wrong.
He's caused
is
his mum
gross.
and dad to get divorced because now his wife's got
Cheryl,
gonorrhea.
where
have you
How have
been?
you got this? Why have I got this now? And then can you imagine having to say, Mum, Dad, I'm really sorry, I used Mum's dildo on my one night stand. I believe this is how it spread and I've now ruined the family. The end.
I don't think I could recover from finding a sex toy from my parents. I don't think I could recover.
If my grandma was still here. Sorry, Mum.
What?
Did I tell you? I feel like I don't know whether I've told you. Anyway,
does your
so-
mum listen to this?
Yeah, she does. Oh, bless her. Anyway, apparently, so obviously, after children, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it was called Kegel Balls. And I was just like, I think I was only about...
know this.
I think I was about 16. And
Right.
my mum was at my mum was living with my grandma at this point.
I can't believe you're telling this story.
About 17. Anyway, my mum was living with my grandma at this point because my granddad passed away. My mum was like living with my grandma to look after her. I remember getting into the jar because I was like, Mum, I need some tweezers or something, like whatever it was, I can't remember. And I went like looking in a drawer, and then I was
What?
it's like 2 Kegel balls. I was
What
like,
are they?
what you
For
put
your
up
pelvic
yourself
floor.
to help your
Oh.
pelvic floor.
Oh.
To help your pelvic floors. And I was just like,
So we
And
could
I
be
was
sat
like-
here doing pelvic floor muscles
Like,
if you
yeah,
really
your
wanted
Kegels.
to. Your Kegel
Oh, so it's not a
exercises.
sex toy?
well,
It's like
they
an
are.
exercise ball for your lady garden.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's what
Pete gets the
it's
muscle.
what-
Oh, I do know what you're on about. I do
Yeah.
know what you're on about.
So it is almost like a sex toy because you
Yeah.
can use like before sex.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I pulled these Kegel balls out, and I was like, Grandma! I said my grandma was actually
And your poor grandma was like
grandma.
bloody crippled as well, isn't
crippled.
she?
She had the worst rheumatoid arthritis. She had plastic knuckles and everything. My grandma,
Really?
yeah, she was literally
Whoa.
metal, like
She
metal
hardly
Nicky.
move her hands, could she?
Metal
Metal
Mickey.
Nicky, honestly, literally, she had so many metal like
Oh
pins
my
and needles and
days.
whatever in her. And and she was like, oh, what are they? So I was like, I was like, they're my mum's, and she was like, oh, let me have it. So she had them in her hand, and she was scared like this, and she was like, she was like, oh, they're massaging my hands. And
No.
it's helping my rheumatoid. I was crying.
I
And
love
was
that
like,
you're both there
my
touching
mum-
your mum's balls for a
I was like 2 kids
What?
like in a sweet shop. I was like, what else has she got? She was like, oh, the debt. And I told her she went, she got
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sorry, Mum.
Oh dear, oh dear.
My grandma would be killing herself, bless her.
Probably still
No.
Yeah, she was
Horrendous.
just sat there like twiddling these like kegel balls.
Legend.
Saying it's helping her
Love
arthritis.
Bless
I mean,
her.
it might do. We could have just solved a medical miracle.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we need to get on Dragon's Den.
we do.
Or I would
Kegel
love to go on
balls.
Dragon's
And
Den.
we'll pretend we've invented them and say, I've
Sis-
had arthritis for 42 years. I'm 29. Look at this. I
Get
can
Rodney.
move my
Get Rodney
hand
on the
now.
case.
Get
Rodney's
Rodney,
their
get
dog,
Rodney.
but he's got really bad
Yeah, but Rodney's
arthritis.
just going
Just going.
for the full session. He's just.
Do you know what though? I
Really good.
would love to go on Dragon's Den. I just need some niche.
I've just given you
Mm.
Kegel balls for your
Kegel
arthritis.
balls for arthritis.
Wouldn't you love to go on Dragon's Den though?
It's the way forward.
I'm
kids.
addicted to it. I watch it all the time.
But I wouldn't
To be
know
fair,
what to say, and I'd
yeah.
get really like passive aggressive and say, "Okay, then you get up here and pitch me your idea."
I ain't seen like Dragon's Den for like absolutely.
I do
years.
like-
Oh, you need to watch. I just love Sarah Davies. I just love her.
I ain't seen it in years.
She's min. I love
She's
her.
a legend.
I know. And Peter Jones is like the father of like 4 girls. Did you even know? I didn't even know
No.
that. I would not expect that. Yeah, he's
I
got
know
like
you
4
I know you
girls.
used to say about these
Stephen's
girls.
fit.
but,
Yeah, he's got like
no,
oh Stephen
I
Bartlett. Yeah,
don't even know who they are.
he's
Chef's
young.
kiss.
He's like 24, isn't he? 25.
Oh, why does he
Oh,
act like he's 45? I don't care. Age is
His
just a
podcast is good
number.
though. I've listened to his
Not
podcast.
as good as ours.
Yeah, no one's as good as ours.
Stephen, suck one.
Doctor, if you
Yeah.
want to invest,
Don't be tired.
we will give you a 5% stake for
Of nothing. A 5% stake
stake
of nothing.
of nothing for 20 grand.
And we'll give you a vape. I don't even vape. You ain't got one.
Yeah, we'll give you an elf bar. Oh dear, right. I've just literally now had someone send in a worst first date story. So I feel like it would be rude
We'll revisit.
to not revisit. Okay. So they put worst first date story. We matched on Tinder. He seemed great. He picked me up and was a lot shorter than he said. I've been that girl. Never ever do it. I can't. And
No.
I'm short.
I'm
So
5'2". If they're shorter than me, we've got a problem.
are you 5'2"? I'm 5'3".
You're not taller than me.
I am. I
That's
swear on
more
my
than
life, I'm
me.
5'3".
You cannot be taller than me.
Chris measured me like literally like not long
I
ago.
need measuring then.
You need
afterwards.
measuring.
That's
You're
a
probably
little bit.
5'3" or 5'4". Anyway, right. Let me
2 inches.
let me go back.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
I was 5'2". I grew.
I'm
Agree.
5'5"
It was after I was pregnant.
in a peanut.
I feel like 5'5" is a good height. I'd love to be like 5'5", 5'6".
I don't know. I feel like I'm 5'5"
can't
or I'm
reach
5'6".
it.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
height though. I'm
That's
too
average.
small. Trousers are too
I'm
long.
average.
Anyway, sorry, we have completely gone off track. He picked me up and he was a lot shorter than he said, and also looked nothing like his pictures on Instagram, etc. We went to the cinema and it was so awkward. He tried to kiss me, but I politely declined.
She said she was religious.
Sure, it was really.
Dropped me home at night, and I messaged saying I thought we would be better as friends. Oh, I thought that would be the end. A couple of days later, I get a message from a girl asking if we were together that night and that she was his girlfriend. He had a whole separate Instagram for people he matched with. They lived together. Anna.
Michael.
Schmeichel.
Is that you?
Is that you?
Schmeichel vibes.
The ending is that this was 4 years ago. She called me for advice up until 2022 about him cheating, and they still live together, are engaged, and have a baby. I also had to send her the ring doorbell of him at the door so she would have proof of him being there.
What's
if
she
you-
gonna do? What's she gonna do? She's got a bloody baby.
She's got a baby with him now, but also like you've known for that long, hun, and you're still with
Why
him.
would you do
still
it?
having kids with him.
Why
You've
are
done
you
it to
still-
yourself.
Yeah, why are you still
Why would you stay with
digging-
him?
Why are
Yeah.
you still digging for more information?
Anna has been in a situation where her boyfriend was living a double life,
Yeah.
and if you didn't know, go back to
I'm really sorry.
our
love.
first episode, episode
Yeah.
1, because Anna told a
Well,
gist of
I
the story.
I told you the little snippet of that one. All I'm saying is I ain't being funny, but like that girl that stayed
with him.
She's
like,
a mug.
She's got.
She's not a girl's girl.
She's a mug.
She's a mug, yeah.
Yeah, but
If she's
I
still
don't
asking him for her for advice, she clearly believes it.
But-
But then she's still with him and had a
Why
kid.
you can't be asking for advice? You've made your decision.
You've made
lay
your
in
bed, lie in
love.
it. Yeah, you made your bed, lie in it.
Whatever the saying is.
Mad that.
You can't even be asking now. You're looking like a fool.
Do you know what I don't get? How they live this double life. Like, how? A whole separate Instagram for people you match with on Tinder. Do you know how much effort that is? Like, do you have nothing better to
I'm
do?
aware of how much effort that is. I have been the other woman, and I was not stupid enough to stay around.
No, I just don't get
mad.
why you'd stay around.
No.
No.
Well, at least you didn't
It's
stay
tough,
around.
though. I mean, it's not easy.
I can imagine it being
but-
hard because you really want to believe the person that you're in love with. But
Because you do,
4
because
years down
you
the
can
line,
really
and you've got
justify,
girls coming
yeah.
to you all the
Oh, but
time.
Yeah, she's silly. She's
Yeah.
silly. Like, yeah.
That's mad. That's
Yeah.
actually mad. I can't even imagine it. I actually
well,
can't.
I think bloody Schmeichel's married now.
Shut up.
Well, I believe so. I mean,
Oh, I'm
even if
gonna do
you
a
are-
Facebook stalk.
No, I just
Oh,
think it's
yes.
funny
Oh, yeah.
because
Schmeichel's the guy from the last episode, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Go back.
he, I'll just randomly sometimes put stuff on my WhatsApp story because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
and
to
he always
see who
watches it,
keeps
doesn't
an
he?
eye on
Watches
me.
your WhatsApp story?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't even know
straight away, and
WhatsApp
think
story
it's
was a
really
thing.
funny.
Yeah, neither
No,
did I
didn't
until she told me. I was like,
recently,
what?
And I find it comical because I just love to see who keeps tabs.
Yeah,
And
true. If you were
always
watching
number
WhatsApp
one.
stories, you are
Yeah,
keeping tabs.
Exactly. And yeah, little devil posted a picture on his, and he had a ring on his ring finger in the
You
picture.
sent me
So,
it,
Do you reckon
yeah.
it's the girl that
But
was
it's
the
like
double
a
life
mirror,
with?
But it's like
Who
a mirror
knows?
one. So he's got his phone like that, and his ring's on that finger. Is that your wedding finger?
Left. But
Yeah.
then is it opposite though? If it
No,
goes into
because
a
if you're
mirror?
in a mirror and like the picture's like that, then yeah, that's your ring
I
finger.
believe it was that finger, yeah, so that means he's married. That's so funny. And there's
To the
no way-
girl that was
Well,
living the
actually,
double
who
life
knows,
with?
but
I'm going to find out in a minute.
Who even
If anything,
cares?
if there's anything
Think
women
it's
can do,
funny.
it is Facebook stalk. I have done this recently for a situation
I
that
did it
my
this
friend
morning.
was
She's
in.
like FBI on
I love it.
Facebook.
I
She's really
love it. I
good.
could
love
find your nan's dog's neighbour's address in about 5 minutes if I needed
I
to.
love it.
Yeah, I always give names to Louise and
It's
she
my
does it
pastime.
for
Love
me.
it. I love
hobby.
it. I love it,
So
man.
FBI, if
I
you
get
need
to-
another detective,
Yeah,
please let me
CSI,
know.
FBI, call Louise.
Let
Yeah.
me know.
Honestly,
So
I do
nice
love
and
that
fun.
about us. I'm such a good little stalker.
I love it.
I can proper find
do
someone.
love it.
Like I said, I was in a situation recently where I needed to find someone for a friend, and I literally, my friend had been looking and looking for like hours, and I was like, "Hun, it's here."
Surprise.
Here
It
you
took me 5 minutes. They work here. They do this. This is their mum's name. This is the grandma's name. Like, yeah.
The blood type is negative.
You literally, I can find it out. It's mad. But yeah, girls are good at doing a good old
This sandwich
Facebook
on a
stalk.
Tuesday at 3 p.m. every day.
Yeah. He does this walk at
His
this
dog's
time.
called-
His dog's called this.
Pablo.
His last vet
Pablo.
visit was this day.
Love it.
Oh dear. Right. I think we'll wrap up there,
I
ladies.
think that concludes that we're absolute psychopaths.
Yep. Who isn't these days, though?
Absolutely.
Did you just say not me? Oh dear. Right, well, thanks for watching episode 2. Let us know what you want to see in the next one. Make sure you leave a review
Yes,
so we can come up in
please.
the rankings if you're listening on Spotify.
Mhm.
And if you're watching on YouTube, then leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.